Good morning, students. Today we will have a brief talk on Portia's speech in Merchant of Venice. She talks on mercy with Shylock. In the last scene, in court scene, Portia, in the disguise of Balthazar, she reaches Venice. She is in disguise as lawyer. She reaches the court. She tries to argue on behalf of Antonio with Shylock, the moneylender, the Jew. Jew is not moved at all. He is very stubborn. He doesn't step back from the will that was exercised by Antonio. Then the lawyer, Portia, she gives a wonderful speech on mercy. Anywhere we can quote this speech by Portia. She is such a noble character. She talks on mercy. She expresses the best words, how best the quality of mercy is for human beings. The quality of mercy is not strained. This is how she begins her speech. The quality of mercy is not strained. It is quite pure. It is as precious as that. The quality always, it stands long. There's no change in that. It is quite precious. It droppeth as gentle rain from the heaven to the place beneath. It's twice blessed. It's like gentle rain. The rain that is gentle, the slight drizzle that gives lot of happiness to the human beings when the weather changes. Mercy is also like that. It's like gentle rain that droppeth the inflection ETH. Such kind of inflections of 16th century are common in Shakespearean plays. It droppeth from heaven to the place beneath, that is onto the ground. It's twice blessed. It is such a great quality. The person who endows that quality is twice blessed. He gets the blessing in a greater dimension. It blessed him that gives and him that takes. It blessed him that gives and him that takes. It is also blessing the person who is giving. The giver, the person who is giving is blessed by mercy, and the person who is receiving is also blessed. Usually, in any kind of exchanges, the person who takes is more benefited rather than the person who gives, of course. But the quality that benefits both of them, it benefits, it attributes to the virtues of the person who is giving and also to the virtues of the person who is receiving. Both the giver and the taker, they are blessed. It's the mightiest in the mightiest. There are great people in the world who are powerful people, who have great authority, who can command power, who can command authority. They are the mightiest people. Among such mightiest people also, this mercy is the mightiest. It is the mightiest among the mightiest. Such a wonderful expression by William Shakespeare through Portia. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. The throned monarch, the king is seated on his throne and his crown is such a precious ornament for him. It stands supreme. Out of all his empirical attire, the things of the attire, crown is supreme. And for a throned monarch, mercy is greater than his crown. Mercy is better than his crown. His spectre shows the force of temporal power. King's spectre, it calls for authority, it commands authority. Through his spectre, the king or the empire, he calls for justice. he calls for authority, he calls for any kind of power from his side. Even that spectre that gives only temporal power, the power related to the earthly things. But mercy gives all heavenly things. Mercy is related to heavenly things. It's not something related to earthly matters. It is heavenly quality. So a person, when he has this quality of mercy, he becomes more and more qualified by this mercy. All his ornaments, or all his embellishments, all his greater powers, all his capacities of authority, whatever they are all related to this earth alone, earth only, but the quality of mercy that stands supreme among all these things. Mercy is enthroned in the heart of kings. Mercy is seated in the heart of the kings. When the king is made to sit on the throne, when the king is seated on the throne, mercy is seated in the heart of the king. The king's heart itself is the castle of palace of mercy. It's the attribute to God himself. It is the quality of God. Even a king can become a god. Or a person who has this mercy can become a god. In the conclusive part of that speech, we have this wonderful line too. So I highlighted this line here. If mercy seasons justice, because Portia, as lawyer, is begging mercy from the Jew Shylock, she is asking for justice because according to the will, the will can't be perpetrated, can't be executed because it is too extreme. The pound of flesh from near the heart of Antonio, it can't be cut away. It is inhuman. So there should be some alternative. She is pleading for mercy from Shylock the Jew. She is saying, if mercy seasons justice, the earthly power will be like God's. So you may be having the power now, Jew, Shylock, because you own this will that is exercised by Antonio. So you have power on your side, no doubt. But justice is supreme. If justice is joined with mercy, if it is qualified further with mercy, then the justice becomes the greater power or the greater quality of God. You become a God if you shower mercy on Antonio. This is how Portia tries to convince the Jew Shylock. It is such a wonderful speech on mercy. Anyone quote these lines from William Shakespeare's drama? Anyone quote these lines on mercy from The Merchant of Venice? It is not alone this kind of speech that we come across in Shakespeare's plays. Every line is like a jewel. If you try to interpret, you can derive wonderful meanings. There is no end for the interpretations and the meanings of Shakespearean lines. With this, I would like to conclude, my dear friends and students. Before concluding, I just would like to say that this brief talk on Portia's speech on mercy is my floral tribute to the world famous playwright William Shakespeare today. Thank you all, dear students. Before leaving this session, I would like to request you all to subscribe my channel and give your constructive feedback. Thank you all.